Hey guys, welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're doing another special episode based on a comment that one of my viewers did. And it was, I believe, quite a bit ago, to be honest. I think it was like 3 weeks ago or so. And they had commented on one of our videos stating that they absolutely love watching our videos. They really like the in-depth review of the food. And that surprisingly, despite that we eat meat and protein throughout all the different videos that we make, that they still watch regardless of them being vegan. So what I decided to do is that we actually went ahead and we're gonna be going to a vegan restaurant today with my wife and her friend. And it's a place that I've been to once before, but it was like maybe 6 years ago. It's been quite a while. I don't think it was 6 years, I apologize. It was like maybe 4 years ago. And the food was very delicious and it was a very good experience, and that's where we're gonna be going today. So we're gonna be checking that place out. As always, the information of the place is down in the comment section below. I will say it is called Ethos Vegan Kitchen. So I'm very excited. We're gonna go ahead and head out. We haven't eaten today just to save a spot for this. So let's go. All right, guys, so it turns out the mic was off this entire time. So we had quite a few technical difficulties, I guess you could say. So we have the food here. We finally arrived here. This place is amazing. It's very industrial and artistic looking. We're definitely gonna show a pan around of the whole thing. With that said though, we already did eat our appetizer. I'll show you a clip of the video. I'll try to see if I can use the phone's audio as a way for you guys to hear what I was saying and how I was describing the food. It was basically like a chickpea soup with a tomato-based broth. It was really good. All right, guys, so as you can see, this looks really, really good. You see the tomatoes, you see the obvious broth that's based off of tomatoes, and you see the chickpea pieces in there. And then we also have a nice piece of toast in the back. It kind of looks like sourdough bread, but we'll see. But I mean, the freaking soup, it is packed with like the vegetables, the chickpeas, onions. You see it glistening. You see the nice pieces of basically tomatoes in there. Maybe some parsley, I believe. But this looks really, really good and appetizing to me. I am a soup person, whether it's ramen or noodles or anything like that. Just soup base is one of my favorite meals, as you guys know from previous videos. But we're gonna go ahead and just get a little bit of this to try it out. Let's try the broth actually first, and then we're gonna go ahead and try the actual vegetables and things like that and see how it all comes together. Definitely would order it again if I could. That was the soup of the day here, so maybe when you come and visit, it might be a little bit different. With that said, we ordered 3 different meals. Obviously one for each of us. I figured that'd be enough of a variety with the addition of the appetizer. So I got a chicken marsala, which is pretty cool. It's not actual chicken. It's like a protein soy-based meat. So that's pretty cool. And it's gonna be layered on top of spaghetti. My wife got pasta, and I believe it's pasta Primavera is what she got. And it's just like a bunch of vegetables mixed with some pasta with some oil, garlic, Parmesan cheese. I believe it has like carrots, peas, broccoli. And it looks really good. Everything's already in front of me, as you guys can kind of see the angling of the camera. I'm trying my best to kind of put everything in the picture. It's just a little hard because of the way we had to set up. They don't want a tripod on the floor. We had to put it on the table. So it's trying my best, which is why I kind of constantly look at the screen sometimes. Usually I don't do that, but it's because I got to make sure that I'm still within the picture. And then the last item that we got, which is, it looks actually, to be honest, it kind of looks like the best thing in the table. And it's my wife's friend. She ended up getting a calzone with some marinara sauce on the side. And then I think on the inside she decided to have like onions, tomatoes, ricotta cheese, and I'm trying to remember what I think it was just onions, tomatoes, ricotta cheese, and I believe garlic. So that looks and sounds, and mushrooms. That's what it was. And then it looks, and I mean, everything smells delicious. This place is really cool. I did ask the young lady that's been helping us out, and the entire place is 100% vegan. There's absolutely nothing that comes from an animal in here. Anything that you see on the menu that may say pork, ham, or anything like that is soy-based or It may be like a tofu or some kind, which is awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and dig in. First thing I wanna try is the Marsala, the chicken Marsala that I got. And we're gonna go from there, try a little bit of everything, and we'll see how the food fares. So let's take a look at this first. All right, so this looks really, really good. Kind of went a little crazy with the spices. I don't know if that was like intended for decoration. As you guys can see, well, of course we have a spoon, you have the spaghetti under, you have the nice pieces of mushroom here, you have the sauce, and then you have the actual supposed chicken, which is cool because it actually, oh my goodness, it's hard to do this with one hand. It actually looks like grilled chicken and it's not. So really excited to take a piece and try this out. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually, since it's not actual chicken, we might be able to even cut it with a spoon. There we go. Look at that. That looks exactly like chicken. That is amazing. Oh man, I can't wait to try this out. So let's get that piece here and then let's go ahead and get ourselves a fork. All right guys, let's go ahead and try this out. Let's go ahead and try the piece of chicken first and see how this goes. That's crazy. The texture is very similar. The taste does differ a bit because obviously it's not actual chicken. But I would say it's pretty impressive how close it got. Especially the texture and the way that it is. But let's go ahead and try the pasta, the sauce, and some of the mushrooms. Oh my gosh, it's very rich in flavor. The spaghetti itself is al dente, which is always something I looked towards whenever I'm having a meal that has any type of spaghetti or pasta in it. It has to be al dente. If not, you pretty much messed up the whole plate. That's just my opinion, but that's how I feel. When the pasta is al dente, the chicken has very good flavor. You can tell it's not chicken, obviously, but it's very, very, very close to actual texture of the chicken. You mix that in with all the sauces, the mushroom and stuff like that. And if you're like really kind of think about it, you kind of enjoying an actual chicken masala. So that's pretty cool. I really like the way they did that. Now I want to try my wife's pasta because it looks really appetizing. So we're gonna go ahead and move my plate aside. And we're gonna go ahead and get her plate aside. So I want to show you guys this plate. It's really nice. It's really simple looking, but it definitely does look very appetizing. So as you guys can see here, I mean, look at that. You can see the shine from the oil. You can see the nice amount of Parmesan cheese. Personally, I would put more, but a lot of it has melted by the time I was showing you guys the other plate. But it's like nice and solid pieces of pasta. It looks to be al dente. You have nice big pieces of vegetable. As I mentioned before, you have carrots, peas. I think you have cucumber, broccoli, onion, and then the actual pasta itself. We're gonna go ahead and try this out, see how it fares. Hopefully this one's as good as the other one. That's so good. I'm actually gonna ask if that Parmesan cheese is actual Parmesan cheese or if it's some sort of soy base. It's supposed to be soy base, so we'll see. But that tastes exactly like Parmesan. The pasta is really good. It's al dente. It did cool down already, so I don't want to say it's cold, but it's not hot, so it doesn't feel like it was freshly made. Once again, it might have been because it's been sitting here for like maybe 5 minutes. I just feel like after 5 minutes, maybe it should still at least be warm, but then again, it's cold here in Florida for us Floridians, and it's pretty cold in here. We're actually right under 2 different ducts that are pretty much blowing air at us as we're sitting here, so I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on that, but that is a little strange for me. So the last thing I'm gonna try though is gonna be the calzone, which to me, in my opinion, based on visual prowess, the freaking calzone looks amazing. It looks like the best thing on the table right now. I'll try my best to cut a piece. I don't wanna take too much because that's not, it's my wife's friend. She'll go ahead and she's sweet enough to let me try it, and we'll see how it tastes. That way I can show you guys, and maybe that would be something that you guys may wanna order, but I will say you guys have to check this out. All right guys, I mean, look at this calzone. I mean, this looks amazing. It has a beautiful golden color. You have a nice little bowl of the marinara sauce. And then, I don't know if you guys can hear this. It's nice and crunchy, so it's nice and toasted. I mean, it's brushed with butter. And then if you take a peek on the inside, you have the tomatoes, some of the onions, some of the ricotta, and different toppings in there. Ooh, I can't wait. We're gonna just try to see if we could slice this open and check it out. I'm really excited because I want to get a piece of the corner here. I'm gonna try my best to slice it without making the whole thing fall apart. Oh, it is so buttery. That is awesome. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. We got a little bit of the inside, not much. Once again, I don't want to take too much, but I want to get enough just to try it and see how it tastes, how the bread quality is, how some of the toppings taste, and then we're going to dip a little bit into that sauce just to see how it goes. So let's go ahead and just check this out. So if you look, we just got barely any toppings, so that's the bite I'll take. But I mean, this thing, it is packed, stuffed in there. And then we're gonna go ahead and dip it in the marinara sauce. That looks really freaking good. It's nice and charred. We're gonna go ahead and try this out and see how it tastes. Oh my God, that marinara sauce is delicious. That is one of the best marinara sauce I've ever tasted. It's slightly sweet, but then you have the flavor of like the Italian seasoning, and then the tomatoes just, it's very, very strong, but it doesn't have the bitterness that follows usually with tomatoes. So they cooked it perfectly. I guess they let it cook long enough where all that bitterness cooked out. Wow, that is impressive. I'm honestly really impressed. I could probably eat spoonsful of this as soup. Wow, man. And now we're gonna try the piece that has some of the filling in it. Delicious as well. The onions are ever so slightly cooked, so they still have a little bit of a crunch when you bite down. The bread is nice, hot, and really soft, but then the outside, very thin layer of crispiness when you bite down into it. And not only that, but there's like olive oil imbued with the bread itself that just kind of adds that extra layer of flavor on there. You have the tomatoes that are also cooked ever so slightly, where there's still a little tiny bit of a bite to it, but it's very soft and melts in your mouth as soon as you eat it. And of course, the ricotta cheese is just that creaminess and coolness that kind of adds to your palate after eating everything else. I kind of want to trade with her, but I guess I'll have to save it for next time because everything's good, but this is definitely the best dish out of all of them. Guys, this was a semi-quick episode. It was supposed to be like another 5 or 6 minutes with different things that I wanted to show you in the beginning. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that the mic was off until right now. I'm glad I realized it while I was here and not after we're doing the post and editing and things like that. With that said, something I had said earlier, but the mic wasn't working. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. I hope everyone really appreciated the Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. Not for the holiday itself, but because of the time that you set apart to be able to visit family and be together with your loved ones. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being loyal. Thank you very much for watching the videos and leaving the comments. I appreciate every single one of you guys watching. We're definitely growing. We're about 7 months in, I believe, of doing videos. We have not missed a weekend yet, which I'm excited for, but we're gonna go ahead and finish this and just see what else there is to do today since it's so nice out. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next Sunday, and until then, just keep on eating.